It's beautiful here. I had a good time at badminton yesterday, but there's a lot of same old behaviors. Some interesting ones I can talk about later. Same old, especially from people that are kind of in charge. That want to say they're in charge, but that, let's say are not lifelong learners for badminton. Look, this was already here when I arrived beside the hospital yesterday, but I will take it in as I return, so people don't think I'm the person that litters. But I am disorganized, and I've come back here after I've signed in for a blood test, and I don't have a lot more time before going in, but it's possible they might not need my form. I don't know yet, but I can't find it, and it's upsetting a little bit, even if I find it later. But if I find it later, I'll be happy because it has a referral for orthotics, which is another story for another vlog about not having access to ethical orthotic services in this community. But so I have trauma from being kidnapped by the Gatineau hospital, right? And here, when the doctor on Monday, who was interested in my story, and he seemed to connect in some ways, like he had issues with a new starter too. But again, I live a life uncommon, and in these small towns it's even less likely, right? Because, for example, if you're a drug addict, or if you're mentally ill or homeless or confused, that's the norm. But me, I'm articulate, I'm respectful, I've got life skills, I give answers that are clear and precise, but because they're outside the norm, people are looking at me like, that's a new kind of crazy, but it definitely is. That's what So the lady here at the check-in at the hospital, I had to give her feedback right away, like within a few exchanges between us. I say, ma'am, you seem very impatient, and I don't need to be here or to be treated like this, so I don't mind walking away. Like it's for, I'm here for a donation. So anyways, well, she changed her posture and listened to me a little bit by leaning on her chin. But the thing is you can tell she continued with that style. And of course she would consider herself a professional by title, because the people primates give themselves the professional title all the time, but they don't have the behaviors to qualify for that. So I'm worried when I go back in. Now she's really busy and she left to do something else. But what if this doctor says, oh yeah, don't go today on Monday, but go Wednesday, because I'll prepare them to take you in as a mental patient. I don't think so from that doctor, but from her, who also is, you got no fixed address, no phone number? Your email is Dr. Humanix? Oh yeah, we've got an extra bed for you. Like it's possible. I would say only like 18% possible. But my trauma from the Gatineau hospital might make me say 18% possible. So I don't look too paranoid for not trusting medical people. But it could only be 1 to 2% possible. And I can't be objective about it because I have trauma from the medical system. And it's not just here or there, it's like the people primates medical system, right? So I'll go back in and I'll explain to them, this is the only thing I need, and even if I don't have the form to show you, you can call this doctor. And of course, that I saw on Monday, who saw the form, and maybe he scanned it and he'll send it to you, because I already told him that. And if they don't do it because they've decided I'm crazy, it's pretty much evidence doesn't matter. If you're outside the norm in Canada's medical system, yeah, you are increasingly likely, even though your blood test showed no drugs, and the mental illness, if a psychiatrist interviews you, he will obviously wonder what his own is, because mine is very congruent with my responses. It's very consistent, it's very clear, it's very educated, and there's no diagnosis that somebody could stick if I say I want to record this interview, right? They wouldn't even want to give one if you record the interview. So yeah, this is kind of the medical tyranny of Canada, and I'm just here for a donation that isn't for me, it's for somebody else. So we'll see what happens. I'll go in without the form, and maybe they'll just give me their, results for what I need on their official, template or whatever it is, and I'll scan it and I'll email it to the person that's been asking. I already know what these results are, but they need a confirmation for this donation. So this is me going back in, and I hope I can come back out and brush my teeth when I'm there and go pee. And I hope I don't get kidnapped by another hospital. But it is risky. It is risky anytime I walk into anywhere, like especially a hospital where they have a psychiatric ward compared to a drop-in clinic, is like, you can't be Homo sapien among the Homo communion.